and do get scholarships coming out of a program, which we've had a few. We have one guy going to Pace University this year on a scholarship.
That's the guy that went to state,
yeah.
Right?
He's one of the guys that went to state.
Oh.
We also just heard from a guy that was on our swim team in 2009 that came from, lived in Compton, came from out of South Central, was in a gang. He was a black guy, and he texted me and he said, "I'm graduating with my degree in psychology. If I wasn't on the swim team, coach, this wouldn't have happened."
Wow.
And those are the rewards of community college coaching.
Right.
And those are the success stories, even beyond to me having a great year. When I see those things come back, those are the important things. Those are the things that in the long run have the most meaning to me. It's nice to win, it's nice to succeed, but if you're not succeeding in life, then what good is having a couple of years of succeeding in a sport really do you? We hope that you learn tools through that.
Right.
That's important because the kids get the tools. They eventually learn about teamwork. They learn about expectations. You can't do it by yourself. They learn about sacrifice and hard work.
I love it.
So when I get letters like that, and I do, I've gotten several of them this year, as a matter of fact, with guys who are graduating now, saying if it wasn't for them being a part of a group and learning those things and having to be a full-time student in order to participate and hold a certain grade point average in order to participate, they might not have made it.
So they need
So athletics here is important to the success of a lot of students.
How does someone become eligible?
They have to have 12 units, which is the minimum for a full-time status, and they have to maintain a 2.0 grade point average, which is C average. If they fall below 12 units at any time during the season, or their grade point average falls below that, they're done.
Oh, wow.
So they lose their eligibility. So if they want and they love the sport enough and they want to be a participant enough, they have to toe the line to a certain extent.
Right.
However, for the last 2 years in a row, our swim team has been nominated for the CCCAA, California State Community College Association's athletic scholar athlete scholar nomination for team. Our team have had over I think it was 3.1 or 3.2 grade point average as a whole.
In the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years, we've been nominated.
Wow.
So those are very important things to us, and also in recruiting, because I mean, going to school and getting an education comes first. As much as us coaches would like sometimes you're programmed to be first, the reality of it is it's all about academics and going on and improving yourself. You can use athletics as a vehicle to get scholarships, to get notoriety and recognition, even for good paying jobs, guys that come out of get a certificate program. It always looks good to say, hey, I've been on the swim team for 2 years. You know, an employer is going to hire somebody who says, you know, there's somebody that probably had to have some discipline and work hard.
Right.
So it transfers into the workplace as well.
Yeah, I know a lot because I spent the last 2 years swimming for Special Olympics. It took me a long time to get to where I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you worked hard at it, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
I saw a thing last night. My wife watches a show called Dancing with the Stars. And I came home, I was late, and she had it on DVR, and she was watching it when I came home. And there was a segment on that show that showed a guy that was a dancer, and he'd had a stroke. He had an aneurysm. And he could hardly walk or speak. And they brought him out on the show. He's with a dance group. He got up and he was dancing. And he wasn't dancing at the highest level that he was, but the fact that he was dancing and moving was amazing. And the guy got a standing ovation. He couldn't believe it, but people recognize the fact of where he came from, that he worked hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this guy that I was telling you that came out of South Central, he was a gangbanger. He'd been shot through the collar. He was chastised because he decided to step out and try to educate himself and be part of a program that was not necessarily acceptable to gangs or that type of situation. And so he came to Cypress because he felt it was safe and that he could get some nurturing. And I'm so proud of this guy. He's going to go on, he said, beyond his bachelor's in psychology, he's going to go on and get his PhD.
Wow.
And what an amazing success story. Now, it doesn't always work out.
Mm-hmm.
For every success story, there's one that's probably not as successful, but those are the things that you hope for that come out of your program. Multiple successes. And you know what it's like to work hard then.
Yeah.
And so do these athletes. Just like Margaret, our basketball coach, his motto that she puts on the back, hard work pays off.
Mm-hmm.
A simple. I was nominated by my peers the Orange Empire Conference Men and Women Swimming Coach of the Year. That doesn't happen without great assistant coaches. I share that honor, voted by my peers at that, with my assistant coaching staff, because without them, none of that happens. The success of our program, that's my diving coaches, my assistant coaches, Denise Haley, Paviel Miranda, and Rick Fierro. Those are the ingredients that help make a successful program. And even if we have a down year next year,
Mm-hmm.
They are going to be the ingredient that's going to bring that program back up again. And it's the same across the board with any of our coaches and our coaching staff here. But I just wanted to mention that. That was a nice honor for me,
Mm-hmm.
but without them, that doesn't happen.
What does that award mean to you?
It means that even though we didn't win the conference, it was obvious that we had done quite a job. And to be able to make that kind of statement to our peers in a very tough conference where the coaches realize how much hard work and how far we've come, that recognition means a lot to me. And I share it with my staff. And it means a lot to them. Because when I got that, they got it too.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.